I think it's just the right amount of junky, not too junky. Where'd he go? Black Widow. Here he is. Crawling across there. Spider City. There's another one. I didn't even notice that. It's a turntable. This is Transformers. And I know what this is. This is a little boom box. I've had these before. This is cool. Old Barbie stuff. WWF, I got excited. All right, locker nuts, are you ready for this? Are you ready? I'm ready. I've actually been excited about getting in here. We already had so much stuff to get through. I have 2 other lockers. I have the 10 pallets that we brought home that I bought at the auction on Sunday. 10 pallets. Crazy. Monday, had no business buying, but I couldn't resist this one. Let me show you what it looks like. Maybe you'll understand why, but then again, maybe you will not understand. Maybe you'll be asking yourself, why did you buy that? You guys ready to see? Ready to see? Doesn't seem to want to stay up. Can you get a look at that right now? Oh my goodness, this is like a horror show. Kind of is. It's junky, it's dusty, it's dirty, it's cobwebby, and I love it. I like these sorts of lockers. It's got a little bit of a junky feel to it, but I think it's just the right amount of junky, not too junky. Let's take a closer look. I'm gonna get you in there close. All right. So, okay, where do I even begin? Let's just take a look around right here. I'll let you guys take a little closer look, because that's what we did when we were bidding. We got to stand up on the doorway here and see what we could see and start bidding. Are you guys getting a view of what do you see anything that you like? Like, is anything hitting your buttons here? Or are you thinking, no, Jack, you're crazy. You are undeniably locker nuts. I very well might be. I'll tell you, Aziz was at the auction and he's like, no way, this is all junk, this is garbage, you don't want this. I'd love to prove him wrong, and we're going to find out here very, very soon. Very, very soon. Was he right or wrong? I don't usually second guess his instincts, because he does seem to have very good instincts for this, but I don't know. I kind of had a feeling about this. Kind of had a feeling. Oh boy, I already know there's gonna be a lot of trips to the dump. Let me show you what I did like about it, okay? So, like, check this out. This little portable Sony TV right here. Oh, that's heavy. Yes, this is good. I mean, I like that kind of thing. This right here looks just like the radio that I have. Well, from the back it looks like it. It looks a little bit older than the one that I have in my garage that I still listen to. Some of these are collectible. I don't think it's this one. I think it's the bigger ones, the older ones, but I don't know. That is vintage though. I'm liking the vintage stuff, right? You guys know I love the vintage stuff. Been having a ball with it lately. This dollhouse right here, it looks kind of junky. Looks like condition's an issue, but that right off the bat says toys, right? So here we have some vintage electronics. We got some toys. I see the suitcase there. Over here, what else did I like? I like this. I like this baby rollerblade right here. Because again, we're seeing toys. You see a little vintage something back there. Toy. Of course, this little kitchen right here, toy. This is vintage, but they're so close to the doorway. This thing's been roasted and toasted, and I don't think that's going to be anything worth much money. All right, looks like we got a bird cage right there. Those usually sell pretty well if they're halfway clean. And all right, guys. Well, I'd let you take a look at it. We get an idea, right? So yeah, let's get started. I'm not in over my head. I can handle a 10 by 20. But $300. What do you think? I mean, this I know is a lot of trips to the dump. Okay, so the cost is going to add up there, because every trip to the dump is going to cost me $75 to $100 for a full trailer load. And I say there's at least two. But this vintage stuff, man, I'm into it. I love it. I think you guys like watching me go through the vintage stuff. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep buying ones like this. Look at this. You know I like this right here. Look at that. Yeah, let's not forget about these cobwebs and all the dirt. right? Look at that. It's gross. There's another bidder here, and I don't know him. I hadn't seen him before. He says he used to do this a long time ago, and now he buys pallets. But he was here, so he was the bidder at 200, and then I raised it to 300, and then he dropped out. He was doing a lot of talk about, oh, there's black widows in here. You gotta watch out for black widows. Oh, look, the black widows might drop off of here onto your head. Don't get underneath that door. And it's just a fear tactic, and it works sometimes. It does, but not with me. I'm not really scared of spiders too much. That's why we're calling this one. I think we're gonna call this one the Black Widow locker or something like that. We'll see if we find one or not. I'll definitely show you guys. Okay, I think that's just about enough yapping. I think we need to start getting to work. I need to start getting to work. Real quick though, I know a lot of you guys have been asking advice. I've been getting a lot of questions in the comments from viewers, from you guys, some of you guys, about like how to get started and tips and stuff. I just want to show you real quick what I bring. Now I know this is going to be a big unit to clean out. I know I'm going to be here for hours, for a few days, a couple days hopefully, maybe 2, maybe 3 days. It's going to take a lot of time, but I just want to show you what I bring to go through a unit this size. Okay, first tip is kind of obvious, but what you need to make sure you do is bring an empty truck and trailer. Yeah, you see I have a couple boxes on here. Those are leftovers from the flea market that's going to the dump. It's just garbage. But you need to empty, when you have this much stuff, try to come with an empty, vehicle, because we want to maximize our time here. I bring a hand truck because I see these dressers right here, and I'm by myself. So to move these, the hand truck makes it much easier. Something like this is just a particle board dresser. This is probably going to the dump. I'm not exactly sure why they stack them on their sides, but maybe there's some better stuff in there, hopefully. But the particle board stuff's going to the dump. The hand truck makes that a breeze, especially with the ramp on the trailer. I bring a garbage can. I don't know any of the guys that do this, but I actually bring a garbage can, and I bring plenty of bags. You can have these 33 gallons, the ones I recommend. This is from Costco. You can have those pretty cheap, but this to me is a huge time saver. But of course, this takes up space in the truck, but a lot of guys don't bring the garbage can. I say that's a must. Tarps, net, just securing everything, plenty of straps, and then of course, broom and dustpan. That's more for when we're done. But even when I just start clearing space, when you have a ground as dirty as this, I don't like walking through filth. So I will sweep up as I go, just so I'm walking on clean ground. Maybe I'm a little anal about that, obsessive compulsive maybe, but that's how I do it. The last thing that I didn't bring is a table. A folding table would really come in handy, saves your back, and makes things actually faster when you put a box on the table and go through it. Saves you time. I forgot it. We'll be using the back of my truck, which I often do. This is okay right here, but I still am bending over a little bit. You want to try to not bend over as much as possible. The back starts to ache after a while, so that's it for my tips. Put the camera on the tripod. I'm not going to film so much of this. I got to get some trash out of here. I got to make some room. So we're going to start going through the stuff, and I didn't even notice this. Oh, jeez. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. It's a turntable. Panasonic turntable. I just thought it was a tuner. Okay, there's another piece of electronics, vintage electronics. There are definitely buyers for that, so get off me. Yeah, I'm getting dirty already. I'm not going to go through every box on camera. There's just way too much here, but if I start finding interesting stuff, you bet I'm going to stop the camera. I'm going to stop what I'm doing and get the camera going so you can see it too. But right now, I'm just going to start pulling stuff out and getting some junk. Alright guys, most of that stuff there is all blankets and clothes. Maybe that's sellable. I don't know. We'll drag it out to the flea market. A couple of those chairs. This stuff is all like probably sellable. Which is good so far. I just want to show you when we get the stuff cleared out. There's a few guys. This party lasts a little bit too longer in here. 3 dead mice. 3 dead mice. See how they rot. See how they rot. All right, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more in here. Hopefully there's no food in here. Hopefully they're just coming in, eating a little poison and not getting too far, but I don't know. If they're in here, they could have been in here for a long time because nobody's been in here for quite a while. Oh, I found one already. Already found one. Where'd he go? Black Widow. Here he is. Pretty sure that is one. He's got his little web hanging on there. Get off there. There he is. Do we, he's upside down, which is good. Huh. Do you see the hourglass? I don't have my glasses on. Maybe it's not Black Widow. It's a big fatty though. Yep. Okay, starting to dig in. Got all the boxes off of this thing and just laid that down. We got Big Daddy Longlegs crawling across there. Spider City. I'll get the broom and I'll sweep all that off. Another reason to bring a broom. It's useful for many ways. But look at this. There's a box sitting there, some old Legos and toys. Nothing special, but I moved that out of the way and look at what I got there. Kenwood turntable sitting right there. That's good. That looks pretty decent. We're gonna have some money in the vintage electronics, I think, if we can keep pulling them out. But another thing, I get my gloves on. Some of these drawers aren't empty. Look at that. Yeah, there's some stuff in there. Let me get the gloves on and we'll start peeking. So we've had some luck with old dressers before, haven't we? In that third time locker, we found some straight up cash. We found some jewelry, gold, like thousands in gold. We found some good stuff before. I don't think this one's gonna be quite as good. So far, that's an old shaver. Look at that. Sanyo, that's really old. So far, just not getting the feeling that these people came from money. So the other people, I wouldn't say that they were super rich or anything, but third time locker, you know, but they did work. Both the husband and wife worked and were probably pretty good with their money because they owned a house and seem to have plenty of disposable money. This one though, what are these? What are these? Look at this. Hawaiian Express sandals. They're getting a little bit of a glare here. There we go. Can you see it? Brand new in the bag. What makes me most interested about this piece here is, I think these are from the 80s. There is definitely older stuff in here, that's why I bought it. You know, you can see that clearly from the doorway. But something like this, very interesting. We'll take that to the vintage market. But ooh, okay. What do we have here? We have a little watch. And there's boxes falling over here, moving on their own. Okay, I don't know if that's something special or not. I don't have my glasses on right this very second, so you know what we do with that? I'm gonna take that and look at it closer later. Lots of these little Avon perfume packs. And I got like tons of them over there. Bunch of stuff. Okay, that's all right that far. A lot of garbage. A lot of garbage. Luckily, the dump is not too far away. There's another old watch right here. Looks like an old digital one. It's kind of cool. There's people who go to the flea market just looking for watches. So what we got here? Huh, that's another old digital watch. I think that's cool. Kouke is kouke. Kouke. Huh, that is kind of kooky, isn't it? Little sweater. Some diggly dogs. Okay, here's another one of these. There's two. here? Nothing. Plastic. Looks like someone's graduation robe or something stained up. So it's just a dress, I don't know. Alright guys, finally we're starting to find some good toys. The vintage toys, the stuff that I was hoping was in here, and I had a feeling. Right here, I don't think this is big money. It's 1985 Fisher Price right there. It's a projector, and this has a cartridge of Cinderella, which is just kind of cool because my two girls are in the school play, which is Cinderella. They're starting that very soon. They just got their parts. So I'm gonna actually save that for them. You look through it and you crank the handle and the little film goes through. I wish I could. Ooh, man, I could almost do that for you. Maybe if I get the tripod. But also right here, we found a little Barbie box. I don't know what that is in there. That's not Barbie, but a little Barbie box. That's obviously vintage. Check out Barbie's hair. It got 80s hair going on there. But even better, check this out. This is Transformers. And I know what this is. This is a little boom box. I've had these before. Oh my. Excuse me. The dust is starting to get to me already. But this is a Transformer, turns into a boom box. I had one of those recently from the third time locker. It's a little better condition. This one looks like it's rubbing off right here. I don't know if something's going on there. Maybe it looks a little rough, but I don't know. But anyways, that's I think I sold it just recently for 40 or 50 bucks or something. Here's something from Dinosaurs. I think that's like a Happy Meal toy. But Fisher Price. I don't really know which Fisher Price are the collectible ones. This is kind of funny. This little dog that does tricks. This is called a remote control toy. Because here's the remote. That's the way they used to be. They could go forwards, backwards. I think my sister had this one. So, yeah, Transformers definitely cool. Barbie's definitely cool. This kind of stuff here. Another Fisher Price. I don't know if they're doing much. I don't know, but you know what? You bring it to the market, the toy buyers will come out. What they pick out, I know, will be the best stuff, so I'll be paying attention. But this guy here is going home with me because the Transformers are super hot right now. Super duper hot. This I pulled aside not because I think it's especially valuable, but it is sealed. Trivial Pursuit games are a tough sell, but this one is like perfect condition, looks brand new. And what does it say right there? 1987. This is a 1987 game that looks like it's fresh off the shelf. I mean, it's like perfect condition. Digging that. I don't know if I showed that. I found a second one of those sandals. This one's green. I think these are going to be really popular at the vintage market. The clothes, I just put a couple clothes aside. This one says, no excuses. I just thought that was really cool with the hearts right here. They look really small, so these are like, I don't know, those kid sizes or just someone really skinny, but the heart pockets are definitely cool. This one, what is this? Bro Ace? I don't know what this is. Big Ace. Big Ace brand. I never heard of that either. Some vintage stuff here. This is the acid wash stuff that was super popular back in the 80s, even into the 90s a little bit. This is more later 80s. We got this leather vest here, which is legitimately leather. Cherokee leather fashions. I tried this on. It's a little small for me. It's pretty funny. It's like Village People type stuff. But I don't know. Maybe that sells too. This piece here, there's nothing especially very nice about this piece. That mustard color. Was that crew neck? I don't know. It's not a crew neck. I forget what it's called. Mock turtleneck or something. But it's got tags on it, and it is also, I think this is a vintage clothes. So anything vintage with tags, yeah, that's good. That's really good, actually. Okay, got that Kenwood turntable out, and yeah, storing it on its side is not the way they're intended to be stored. Okay, not that anyone in the world needs to be told that, but unfortunately, that's what they did. Dang, I hope that stylus isn't damaged right there, because that looks, I don't know, that looks nice. I don't really know my stuff, but this looks like a pretty decent turntable. You want to hear something ironic or coincidental? So just yesterday we had Amber, one of our biggest fans. She's a viewer, and Jana had made a mention on one of our lives too that it would be so great to have a viewer come out and do a meet and greet, or maybe join us for an auction, and that's what Amber did. So yesterday Amber joined us. We just had that yesterday at the auctions that day. It was pretty fun and exciting. Lots of cool stuff happened. Oh, where does this go? Here? I don't know. But anyways, Amber knows her stuff with this. She bought the probably the nicest turntable we've ever found. She bought it for her daughter off of us, and that was, I believe, a Pioneer. So Amber, if you're watching, shoot me a message and tell us, is this good or not? We'll look it up, but I think this is good. I feel like it's a good one. All right, I couldn't wait. I had to look it up. KD 2070. And these are the three of them sold on eBay recently. One for 50, one for 70, and one for 125. So it may depend on the stylus, which stylus is installed. To the value may be partially depend on that. Of course, it's going to be dependent if it works or not. But yeah, decent. And also it's a direct drive, which I think means it doesn't need a belt. So those are sometimes a little bit more desirable. But we got a decent piece here, at least 50 bucks. All right, another box of toys. Stuff made in the USA is more desirable. Ooh, this is cool. Look at this. Did these go with this? Yeah. Let's go with that. So we got a couple more. I wonder if these have some value. Bambi and Donald Duck. But Cinderella is the one that is especially interesting because the girls are in that play right now. What is this? Look at that. A Chevy radio. Huh. Alright, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? We'll definitely have to look this up as well. Here's another one. Because this is cross collectible, so here you're going to have people who are into the vintage toys, and I'm assuming these are vintage. Vintage meaning at least 20 years old. But this one's missing the cover. I'll try to find that. But it's got that black plate. You see that black plate right there? And this one's missing the plate, so well, we'll see. But you got the cross collectability. You got the guys that collect the vintage toys and the guys that collect Chevy stuff. So Smurf Skull. This has some potential as well. Smurf stuff, vintage 80s Smurf stuff. I'll have to figure is collectible, even though I don't really have any experience with it. But that's a throwback for people who had that as a kid. Turtles. Ninja Turtle stuff, super hot. Right. I'm doing this with one hand. But I'll go through this, pull out the better stuff such as this. We're gonna put that aside to go to the vintage market. Let's see what's in here. Then we'll go through that too. I'll show you what we find. That was it. The only other thing I found that might, I don't know, maybe have a little bit of value is this Cabbage Patch. I don't know. I found this old Mickey Mouse stuffed animal. We'll see see if anyone buys that. But this thing is I don't know. It looks like maybe brass or something. It's pretty nice. Candlestick holder. It's heavy. It's a good piece. I don't know why that was in with the toys, but Ninja Turtle dude and the Smurf house here. Smurf School. I'm gonna look that up right now. All right. This is 1982. And doesn't seem to have like, oh, here we go. Yeah, it says right there, 1982. Doesn't seem to have any real significant value. Like, you can have one on eBay right now for about 30 bucks, and it looks like it's more complete than this one. So we'll bring it out and see what happens. There's another one. It could be a Black Widow too. Not anymore. All right, guys, here's an update. Digging in a little more. Oh, okay, so I found this cool old Barbie stuff. It looks like it's in the box. Something's in the box. Actually, now I look at the picture, I don't think that is. Dang it, I don't think that's what's in there. Too bad, because that'd be cool. That's 80s, right? Let me test. Let me fact check myself. I think it's 80s. Let's see. 1989. Yep. So that's, if that was in the box, and maybe it still is, I don't know. There's something else in there though. Okay, that's disappointing. I thought there was a bunch of electronics inside this. So what do we have here? Yeah, that's garbage. This, let's see. Oi. Okay. Beta cord. This is a Betamax recorder, huh? It must be. It says beta cord. So this is like the precursor. It came out. Well, it says VCR right there, though. Well, anyways, Betamax, right? It's a competitor to VHS. Two were kind of battling, and I think Betamax may have come out right before. Oh, snap. What's this? What is this? Radio Shack dual phone. Remote control voice actuation. It's not activation, it's actuation. Telephone answering system. That's legit. It's an old answering machine. How funny. Actually, it looks in really good shape. It's even got the sticker here. Simulated walnut grain. $9.50. I assume they probably bought this at a thrift store or something. That's actually a really cool piece. Got the little boogers right here. It's boogered up just a little bit. But overall, it's in pretty nice condition. So, is there a market for these? It's definitely part of history. The other thing that I think is really interesting is over here. I haven't dug this fully out, but check this out. It's a metal table. Looks like a marble top. It's for a phone. It's got this old phone. Got some condition issues there, but handset hangs the phone up right here. That's definitely interesting. All right. I'm moving pretty quick, at least it feels like it's quick. I made a good dent. What is that, maybe 25% done? I don't know. It stacks so high in the back, it's hard to say because in the front it was lower. Kind of, it's almost like a ski slope. It sloped upwards, but I probably have a quarter of the floor space done. This is all stuff going to the flea market, so I'm starting to make piles now, where before I was pulling it out and stacking over here. Now I'm starting to put it over here, save myself from double moving so much. This box right here, check it out. I found a box of records, LPs. Vinyls. It's all Spanish. So definitely that's a, you know, that'll do. They're upside down too, but they'll do good at the flea market, right? I mean, there's definitely a lot of Spanish music at the flea market, but unfortunately this is where it was sitting right there, and when the sun's baking on this door, that's not a real good place to have your records. A place that's susceptible to high temperatures. But here's some few Barbies in an old Barbie carrier. That's kind of cool. Starting to dig in this one here, getting through this stuff. It just put a few things aside. This is just a flea market box here, but we got another Barbie box. I don't know if this stuff's going to be in there again. Let's see. Let's take a peek. Well, there's something in there. It's pink. I don't think that's what that is either, but, you know, well, maybe it is. Maybe it's that part, whatever. WWF, I got excited, but it's a trivia game. So you'd have to go through and check and see if everything's in there, but WWF stuff's pretty hot. I don't know about this, Micro Machines. It's 1989 is the date on it. It's brand new. It's never been opened. Found a little Hot Wheel. I don't see the red line on the tires, but it's a Hot Wheel. That's cool. Hopefully we'll find more of that. I don't know why I like these little brass sculptures. We're finding them from time to time, usually like one piece at a time. And what's this guy? Is he supposed to be an ashtray or something? I don't know. It's just a neat piece. I like it. A little cologne or perfume or something. That's an Avon. Okay. So I'll go to the flea market. This little guy, he looks like he's been glued around his neck. I didn't see that. It's getting a little dark in here. Sun's getting lower, but it's a bank. So, yeah, I thought he was cool, but he's not. Sorry, dude, but you're not cool. I set a few things aside over here. Yeah, and if you could tell, like, here's my junk pile right here. Yeah, it's starting to get big. I haven't found very many good things for how much junk I've gone through. But these Converse right here, I think, I mean, everything that we're pulling out here seems to be vintage. So I think these are some vintage Converse. The white with pink, that's pretty cool. That's definitely 80s. So put those aside. Found this little knife right here. First I thought maybe it's a buck knife. It doesn't appear to be, but it's got J&J engraved on it. J&J in like 3 different places. And I thought, oh, that's appropriate. Jack and Jana. It's cool. Then we found a little bit of bullets in there, 22s, long rifle. So how perfect is that? Because those guns that I found in the other video, 22 long range, right? So that's exactly the ammo I need. And I found this. I don't know what this is. I think it's a tube top of some sort. Another vintage clothing piece that we'll bring out to the better market. And here's that Betamax. The electronics are actually in decent condition. Cosmetically, they're in good condition. So I'll have to test them and see if they work. All right, behind those tall wood cabinet things, we have a couple statues here, but her foot's busted off. That's too bad, because that would definitely sell them. Don't both these pieces just scream flea market? At least they do to me. Of course, I'm thinking back to the flea market of the 80s. This kind of stuff you'd see out there. This one here, though, there's some chips here and there, but I think that's still sellable. We'll see. This one's going to dump, but this one, this box right here, digging in there, pulled this bag out. It almost looks like a military bag, but I don't see any markings on it. Definitely feels like it though. I wonder if it's inside out. I don't think so. Definitely feels like it. Could just be well worn, and the writing's gone, but it is definitely high quality. You can just feel, and it's old. So that was a nice find. Other than that, though, we haven't found very much. Not since I last updated you guys. I just keep loading that trailer. Whew. All right, it's a little bit after 5. Starting to get a little dark. It's definitely dusk. So, again, the iPhone does such a great job of lighting everything up. These lights just came on, but in here, it is dark. There's a switch. The light bulb's burned out, and it's so high. There's no way I can even climb on top of something and get to it. Maybe on top of one of the bookcases. I'm not doing that. So I'm going to be done for the night. Now I just got to clean up. Here's the dump load I got. A few things over here. A whole bunch of junk over here. But the one thing I wanted to just update you real quick. I had the bird cage sitting out there, and then like a plastic pot. It looked like it was terracotta, but it was plastic. And had 3 legs on it. A couple of ladies came up there in that unit right there, just put something in there, and they spoke Spanish. One of them spoke English though, and she's like, "How much for that? Oh, is that for? Are you getting rid of that?" And I'm like, "No, it's for sale though." She pointed the bird cage. How much? And I said $10. And they're like, "Oh, sí, yes." You know, and then she ran to the car and got her purse. They're all excited, and then she goes, "How much for that?" I said $3 for the pot. So I made $13 tonight. Yeah, that's the way to end it. So, anyways. Finding a few vintage stuff, a few vintage items, not too much, but I'm confident I'm going to get my money back, but I'm starting to think I'm probably going to be here for 3 days. This is not going to be a 2-day job. I think it's going to be 3 days. We'll see. Tomorrow I'll pull out a longer day, hopefully. Now I got to drag all this back in. That's how we do it. Kind of reminds me of the third time locker, though, because it's so packed and so big and having to pull stuff out, sort it. But we got a good load going to the dump tomorrow. I wish it was more full. Actually, I might come over tomorrow and just add a little bit more before I go to the dump. Anyways, I'm boring you with details, you guys. I hope you liked what you saw so far. I had fun. I wish it was light longer. I got energy. I want to keep going, but that's going to be it for tonight. All right, shoot me a thumbs up if you like this, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. We'll have the next episode out very soon and show you what else we pull out of this vintage treasure box here. And I think I got all the spiders. I saw at least 5 so far. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck to you. God bless you. See you next time here on Lockernuts. I'm going to go home and take a shower.
They just got married.
You got married that quick, huh? They barely knew each other.
Oh.
Pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's from the 80s. Everything was cooler in the 80s.
You can like change it too, right?
Yeah, I got 2 other movies too.
What movies?